Do you know? Human beings who are more intelligent than us once lived on the earth we live on. Do you know? Those people can not only calculate with precision, but also go to space. Because on June 5, 1952, scientists discovered that the picture of the astronauts driving the spacecraft was actually carved on the current stone slab. Today, the commentary brother will lead everyone to explore the Mayan civilization. Without further ado, let's start now. In 1893, an explorer walked into the rainforest of Honduras, Central and North America. When his footsteps gradually went deep into the jungle, an amazing discovery appeared in front of him. It turns out that in this mysterious jungle, there are hidden castle ruins. Broken walls, weeds and thorns cover up the bustling and hustle and bustle of the past. The cornerstones of the scattered temples are full of exquisite carvings. The stone road tells the story of people coming and going in those days. There used to be a high degree of civilization here. This is the outstanding representative of the ancient American Indian civilization, the Mayan civilization. The Mayan civilization dates back to around 2000 BC, with the earliest Maya cities appearing in what is now southern Mexico and northern Guatemala. After several stages of development, the Mayan civilization entered its golden age around 250 AD. Cultural achievements during this period included geometry, astronomy, writing, architecture and sculpture. Around 900 AD, the Mayan civilization suddenly declined for reasons that are still unknown. The prosperous period of Mayan civilization lasted for nearly 800 years, leaving behind numerous historical relics and archaeological sites. After the ruins of the castle were discovered, it immediately attracted the attention of the whole world. When groups of archaeological team members walked into this tropical rainforest with shock and doubts, they did not know that a mysterious and spectacular historical puzzle was waiting for them. Archaeologists have traveled to Honduras, Guatemala, Peru and the whole of South America, and more castle ruins have been discovered, covering the entire Central and South American continent, with as many as 170 city ruins. Today I will introduce you to 5 famous Mayan ruins. The 5th place, Palenque, is a Mayan ruins located in southern Mexico. It was built around the 7th century AD and is one of the representatives of the golden age of Mayan civilization. The main buildings in Palenque are palaces, temples and stadiums, among which the most famous building is the Temple of Palenque, which has exquisite murals on its walls, depicting Mayan culture and history. There are also many Mayan texts and sculptures in Palenque, which are of great value for the study of Mayan civilization. 4th place, Chichen Itza is a Mayan ruins located in Guatemala, built around the 4th century BC, is one of the most important cities of the Mayan civilization. The main buildings in Chichen Itza are temples, palaces and astronomical observatories, among which the most famous building is the Kukulkan Palace, which has huge stone colonnades and sculptures. There are also many Mayan characters and writings in Chichen Itza. These cultural relics are of great value for the study of Mayan civilization. The 3rd place, Tambotu, is a Mayan ruins located in southern Mexico. It was built around the 3rd century BC and is also an important city of Mayan civilization. The main buildings in Timbuktu include temples, palaces, public squares and stadiums, etc. The most famous building is the Pyramid of the Sun, which is a pyramid made of huge stones, up to 75 meters. There are also many Mayan characters and sculptures in Timbuktu. These cultural relics are of great value for the study of Mayan civilization. The second place, Coba, is a Mayan ruins located in southeastern Mexico. It was built around the 1st century BC and was also an important city of the Mayan civilization. The main buildings in Coba include temples, palaces, public squares and courts, etc. The most famous building is the Temple of Castillo, which has exquisite reliefs and murals, depicting Mayan culture and history. There are also many Mayan characters and writings in Coba, and these artifacts are of great value for the study of Mayan civilization. First place, Copan is a Mayan ruins located in southern Mexico, built around the 4th century BC, and is also an important city of the Mayan civilization. The main buildings in Copan include temples, palaces, public squares and courts, etc. The most famous building is the Temple of Turtle Shell, which has exquisite reliefs and murals, depicting Mayan culture and history. There are also many Mayan texts and sculptures in Copan, which are of great value for the study of Mayan civilization. With the further investigation of the Mayan culture, people are surprised to find that the Maya a few thousand years ago had unparalleled attainments in astronomy, writing, mathematics, architecture and other disciplines. But at the same time, these discoveries have puzzled archaeologists. Although the Maya had entered the farming society at that time, where did they get this advanced scientific knowledge? The Maya was the first nation to invent the number 0, 1000 to 3800 years earlier than Chinese and Europeans. In addition, the Mayans used the 20th base numbering method and the 18th base numbering method at the same time. If the 20-digit counting method is inspired by 20 fingers, then what inspired the 18-digit counting method? So far no one has been able to answer this question. The Mayans divided a year into 18 months, and they calculated that the Earth year is 365.2420 days, which is only 0.0002 days away from the 365.2422 days calculated by modern people. How did the Mayans calculate such accurate results thousands of years ago? The Mayan calendar can be maintained for 400 million years, and the difference between the solar year and Venus year, they calculated, can be accurate to 4 digits after the decimal point. At the same time, the Mayans also maintained a special, Juogene year, dating method. That is, a year is divided into 13 months with 20 days in each month. This calendar system can predict phenomena such as solar and lunar eclipses, and can also accurately calculate the positions of the Sun, Moon and stars. By measuring astrology and studying cosmic phenomena, they established complex astronomical theories and systems, and invented a highly accurate calendar system. They see time as an important concept and use it in many ways. They also built numerous astronomical observatories and observatories for studying astronomical phenomena and calculating calendars. Where does this calendar come from? It is puzzling. In terms of architecture, the Mayan civilization has a unique architectural style and strong cultural characteristics. Mayan buildings are usually built of stone and mud bricks, including temples, palaces, cemeteries, squares and ball courts. These buildings are often beautifully carved and decorated, showing the Mayas' love of art and creativity. The art forms of the Mayan civilization are also diverse, including murals, reliefs, pottery, carvings and metal crafts. Often depicting mythological, religious, and historical themes, these artworks reveal the spiritual life and cultural values of the Mayans. Many Mayan artworks are considered World Heritage Sites and have a significant place in the contemporary art world. The most amazing thing is that on June 5, 1952, people found a stone slab engraved with figures and patterns in a ruin of an ancient Mayan city. At that time, people thought that it was just an ancient Mayan mythological sculpture. But in the 1960s, when astronauts entered space in a spacecraft, scientists suddenly realized that what was carved on the stone plate turned out to be a picture of an astronaut driving a spacecraft. In the painting, the air intake, joystick, pedals, antenna and various instruments of the spacecraft are clearly visible. In the 16th century, when the Spaniards began their colonial process, the Indians here still lived in muddy thatched huts, making a living by gathering and hunting. Obviously, the precise astronomical calendar and mathematics, as well as the admirable civilization and art, are far beyond the actual needs of the local Indian Aborigines. This makes people have to have deep doubts. Where did the profound knowledge mastered by the ancient Mayans come from? How did such a splendid Mayan culture come into being? No matter how prosperous the civilization is, it will eventually die. There was a sudden decline between the 9th and 10th centuries AD, the reasons for which are still unclear. Some scholars believe that the decline of the Mayan civilization may be related to factors such as climate change, environmental damage, social conflict and foreign invasion. Other scholars believe that the collapse of the society may be due to internal contradictions and political instability. Whatever the cause, the decline of the Mayan civilization resulted in massive population displacement and the destruction of cities. In short, the Mayan civilization is one of the most important civilizations in human history. Its achievements in mathematics, astronomy, architecture, art and other fields have made important contributions to the development of human civilization. The architecture, characters, art and religious beliefs of the Mayan civilization have unique characteristics and values, and have become world cultural heritage. Although the Mayan civilization experienced a sudden decline between the 9th and 10th centuries AD, its cultural and historical value is still widely studied and appreciated today. That's all for today's show. Welcome to subscribe to our channel, so as not to miss the exciting content. See you next time.